Grow up fast. Grow up now. Programming, philosophy, and adventure. The great human culture is a melange of wisdom, class, and ideas of all the great beings that came before you. In one way or another, they mean to deliver your intellectual inheritance. The common culture is often just side-loaded and will have you run in loops. You are meant to learn to no end, and grow all the way up until you become a great and dignified being. You are not a worker. You are not expendable. You are not replaceable, ugly, and especially you are not poor. Poverty is a convenient tool used by false leaders and mediocre men to power low-effort economy. But it is their own problem, not yours. And perhaps above all, you are not unintelligent or not as smart as others. Schools were never teaching. They were never developed enough. And memorization is just a shallow mockery of education. Today, schools are ineffective. They are make-believe churches of education where you are sold an impression of knowledge. They exist to rob you because you believe in them. Comprehension is self-taught. It is your very own network and clockwork of personal observations that you gain through private curiosity and exploration. Real education comes from the deepest depths within you. Standardized education and universities, as they stand today, are quite an insult. Many elderly are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Think about that before you argue with me. And think about that old saying that a sucker is born every minute. That is the number one reason why you must grow up fast. You must get ahead of the people expecting to exploit you for gain. We don't have much in the way of guaranteed career today. Everything is hinged on luck, and that is no way to treat your older self. Therefore, you have to learn programming. Begin with JavaScript, writing for the browser, browser-based desktop applications, and server-side runtimes. With the help of AI, it takes just a few months. You will learn things no teacher could ever teach you. Sell desktop applications and web browser extensions because they do not require servers and thus have no upfront investment. That is a future that you can visualize and depend on. If you can't see something more clearly, welcome to the world of ECMAScript. Learn programming, even if that isn't something you want to do in the future, as it will help you differentiate between real and fake education. As a programmer, everything you learn makes you more powerful, and you can prove it by creating more powerful computer programs. That is not the case with standardized education, where your memorization is temporary, GPA utterly meaningless, and you have no new powers to show for. Don't be a sucker. Learn for real. Now listen here, especially if you are still young. Books are not meant to be read. They are meant to be heard. But you won't be able to hear anything when you are scared, or when adults are constantly lying to you, or forgot that all they do is manipulations, and sometimes they may even regret you. When you are hurt, you will be able to hear a book, and in fact, the wisdom will transfer into you and heal you. But what you really need, of course, is adventure. great adventure, epic adventure, which also happens to be your real graduation. You are never too young to learn camping, survival, and hiking, especially now that you have been challenged to cross the Triple Crown. The Appalachian, Pacific Crest, and Continental Divide trails in United States. The quest will take you either a lifetime of section hiking or 2 years of through hiking, and then a lifetime of returns to all the most beautiful parts that will somehow make you young again. Nature must stand as a constant in your life, as that is the only detoxification that will open your mind to hear wise books and adopt your intellectual inheritance. Programming, philosophy, and adventure. And do not forget, child, you are to grow all the way up so that you stand as a great being and guide.